Hello, and welcome to Super 8. I'm Kai Perignon, and this is my mom. Tonight, we conclude our three-part series on biopics with a look at Nicolas Winding Refn's investigation into prison inmate Michael Peterson, aka Charles Bronson, in Bronson. Lauren?
Bronson, or The Tom Hardy Show, is a fictionalised biopic about Britain's most violent prisoner from Danish director Nicolas Winding Refn. The 2009 film continues Winding Refn's interest in stylised engagements with violence, here through Charles Bronson's use of it for entertainment and for notoriety. Bronson works because Winding Refn's deeply serious and sober tone is balanced by the riotous and volatile nature of its central character who, unlike other protagonists of Winding Refn films, can smile.
I think this is probably in Refn's top 3 movies. It's definitely his Stanley Kubrick homage, and I think it kind of gets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I think it also kind of what I love about Refn in the way his visual style works is that he essentially takes what these could be, I think, really disconcerting kind of fetishization of violence, but he abstracts it to the point that it becomes palatable because it essentially becomes an art piece that you're putting to remove from, and this is maybe the most of that, especially as it becomes a comment on art itself.
Yeah. This film is really fun.
It's real fun.
And it kind of troubles me by how fun I find it. But his use of music to distance yourself from the violence that's going on, we don't hear that much of it a lot of the time, works really well. And I love it. And it's it's his films that he's doing before he's working with the sound designer from Drive.
Yeah, Cliff Martinez, yeah. I agree that it kind of rides this weird ethical boundary in filmmaking, and I'm not really one for usually talking about that because I'm a trash man. I like garbage movies, and I like garbage things and people. So I usually can get past it very easily, but this movie does at least want you to feel a little bit bad about enjoying it. And part of that is playing into, I think he does it a lot in Drive as well, where he's saying, this is what films are, and to a certain extent, any film that features violence really is inherently exploitative because we're gaining catharsis from, in this movie, just scenes of a naked Tom Hardy beating the shit out of prison guards. And those are the most fun scenes when he's greased up and naked and his dick's flying around, he's going boom, 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 and you're like, what a wild time to be alive, Yeah, it's gonna look good. I'm like, thanks, Mom.
Yeah. Gotta be proud. But
how dare you?
I agree, and I think beyond just enjoying violence and the pain of characters or others on film, the thing that I find problematic about this is that is exactly what Charles Bronson wanted.
He loves it.
He was using it for exactly this purpose. So that it's more the point of, this is a very violent person who hurt a lot of people because he wanted to be famous.
Exactly,
and
now...
And here's a movie about him.
Exactly. He was right. He was right the old time.
Nailed it.
Exactly. We're like, hey, Bronson, I don't agree with Bronson, but he was right.
Yeah.
He's right. We're a race of sick monkey people who just like to watch people kick the shit out of each other.
But the thing I think that this film does to really, I just find it very interesting, there's no explanation for any of it. He wants to be famous, but there's no root cause of where his anger or desire to hurt people or be hurt himself comes from.
There's actually you're absolutely right. There's no pathologizing of him at all, and because it's not it's a character study, but it's not really about him. The movie doesn't care about him as more than really a symbol, I think, or as this mythical figure. It's really just a movie almost about itself, or about the industry more than anything. And where Refn would later go into more overt myth things with Valhalla Rising, I think this was. Was this before or after? The important
it's after, I'm pretty sure.
It's after. The important thing, I think this was the peak of him saying, I am making movies about movies.
Yeah.
It's kind of Tarantino, but with better cinematography.
Yeah, and less in your face about his references.
Sure.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. It's fine. We have to do stuff.
Yeah. There was another thing that I really wanted to speak to you about with this film. And I don't know.
You do have a bad memory.
Yeah, I do. I'm so old.
You're my mom.
That's right. I don't know if you've heard the episode of the Bret Easton Ellis podcast where he has the woman on who's a script doctor and really great TV. I can't remember her name now. But she was talking about going up to be the script doctor on Bronson because they started shooting and they were like, this is not working at all. And so she would be up all night writing the pages, give the pages to Tom Hardy in the morning, and he would have like 2 hours to read them, then go and do it.
Jesus Christ.
And so all those theatre sequences of him playing to the audience in makeup, he was doing after having read the script like an hour or so beforehand.
Well, that's the Tom Hardy magic, isn't it?
It's good.
Tom Hardy, best part of The Revenant, a terrible movie.
I agree with you.
Yes!
On another episode.
Next week.
But thanks for watching the final installment of our biopic series. Join us next time for a new mystery theme.
We don't know what it is yet. Good night!
Good night!